And we are live. How's it going, everybody? I know it's a Saturday night or evening, rather. Just wanted to touch base with everybody, give everyone a little bit of an update. I'm going to wait a little bit to see who's going to join in and sign up. Got some updates for everybody. Go ahead in the comments. Let me know you're here. Hope everyone's well. In the meantime, let me get a little bit of working out done. I got a couple people watching. Please feel free to comment in the chat. Let me know you're here watching. I got 2 on Facebook and 2 on YouTube. Oh, back to 1 on Facebook. All right. Hey guys, it's Dan the Nightmare Schwartz. How is everybody this evening? It's a lovely Saturday. Just wanted to check in, say hi, give everyone a little bit of an update. So, one thing that I haven't been very good at is appreciation. And remembering just basic things about appreciation of things that I've gotten, things that I've earned, things that were given to me. First and foremost, the level of appreciation that I really want to highlight, that I really got to emphasize on. All this, arm wrestling, the pulley, the kid workout cage, the garage that I have set up here, this is all thanks to one individual that pushed me, that inspired me. One person that has been in my corner from day one. Her name is Renee, and she is my other half. I am a blessed man to have such a solid support and encourager in her. Renee has given me so much resolve and so much encouragement that she got me a pulley, she got me a cage. She gave me so much support and encouragement to lose the weight. She was the person who introduced me to the app that I originally had. She's the reason why I went gluten-free. She's the only reason why I learned about keto. So she deserves such a high level of appreciation that I've kind of neglected to do. And I'm happy to do it now. I'm happy to have a platform now where I can, express my gratitude and express how much she means to me and how much inspiration I've gained from her. She has helped structure a lot of what I do today. And the person that I am today is because of her. So I owe a lot. I know not everyone's going to appreciate what I'm doing here today, but that's not for them. I've decided to do things for myself the way I want to do them. Stopped caring about what others think, per se, and started doing what I want and how I want to appreciate the people in my life. And that leads to my next group of people I want to appreciate. My parents. You know, they were hesitant and skeptical at first about this sport of arm wrestling, but they've grown to see how much this sport means to me. And they've become probably one of my biggest and most staunch supporters of everything that I do with arm wrestling. I'm very grateful. I'm very, thankful that I have both parents alive together and willing to support me in some crazy things that I like to do. It's a pretty cool, neat experience to have family back you in what you want to do. So both Renee and my parents and my family as a whole, thank you guys. Really, from the bottom of my heart, thank you all. Now, it's a great hoodie. We'll talk about that in a little bit. I want to also thank the people who made my continuous success in this sport possible is sponsorship. I've gotten quite a few sponsors over the years. I've only been doing this for now 3.5 years, give or take. Come September, it'll be 4 years. My number one sponsor, financial supporter, and my pain relief go-to guy is Greg from New York Cryogen Incorporated. I am blessed to have this man in my corner, both for recovery purposes and financial support services that's helped me get to different corners of this world with arm wrestling and allowed me to train virtually pain-free. It's a really, really cool experience to have. I'm lucky to have met him in my journey. Another big supporter and sponsor and person in my corner that's been here since day one or fairly early is Manolo Sanchez of Poseo TV. Through the brimstone fires of hell we have treaded through, this man has been there every step of the way with me, encouraging me, helping me out, coaching me, being an amazing soundboard, listening to me gripe about things that I probably should have just swallowed and carried forward with, but, he was there. He's never left my side. And because of him, I got to meet my next supporter, which is Troy of Bounce Fit. This young man out of Pennsylvania owns a bouncy house company that he is one of the biggest supporters of arm wrestling as a whole. You see him on Instagram, on Facebook, always having some good fun with different entities of the sport. And he comes out of the camp of Lethal Arms. Go ahead and check him out. Amazing individual. Great arm wrestler. Powerhouse of support. Very, very grateful for him. And another one of my supporters and pain relief and meditation centers, I guess you can call it, is the Float Place. They had 2 locations, but now they're down to 1 in Patchogue, New York. They have float therapy. They have a sauna, and recently they've added an ice plunge to their arsenal of services that they do. They've been fairly special to me in all ways of recovery of the sport, ways of getting my mindset right. I've actually they helped me create this train hard, recover harder mindset, but also my quote, visualize the pin, visualize the win. They've definitely been integral in that, with my mindset in training. I've had some other supporters throughout the years. Mike Rappel from Rappel Restoration Incorporated is a local driveway and basement restoration company who's been a very, very keen supporter. I've had Neutral Wolf of Deer Park and Farmingdale support me a few times with supplements. I've also had Designs by Galia. I've designed a few of my own team shirts. So I've been fairly lucky with support. I'm fairly blessed. I really am grateful for that. I'll talk about training in a little bit, Saba. Let's see. So, back to support. Hey, what's up, Ivan? How's it going, man? Hope all is well. I'll be talking about you in a minute. Thank you, Anthony. Appreciate the support. By the way, before I continue about arm wrestling, check out Anthony Callistro's page. He's got this amazing book, children's book. Go ahead and check it out. Feel free to go ahead and post that link in the chat if you like. So I got this amazing community of arm wrestlers here on Long Island, New York. That's where I'm stationed out of. The pit is out of Deer Park, New York. And this is where a lot of us have trained over the years, over the last 3.5 years. Primetime Pullers was birthed out of this garage. LI Arm Wrestling, or Long Island Arm Wrestling, is another entity on Long Island that really is killing it with their content and trainings. And, give me one moment. Sorry about that. All right. Long Island Arm Wrestling, and we started off with a crew called the Grip and Hit Crew. It was definitely fun times with arm wrestlers of all walks of life from all across the island. Brought us together from Devin Lorette's arm bench. Thank God for that app, because this has helped grow our sport tremendously. So a couple other big time supporters that I want to shout out is the Walker family out of New Jersey. I had the pleasure of meeting that man a few times early on in my career, and he saw something in me that I wasn't sure I saw myself, and definitely lit a fire under me. I love that man. He's come and supported me and my crew and my events time and time again. So I'm happy to return the favor. Him and his family are wonderful members of the arm wrestling community. Go ahead and check those guys out. And I'll get to the event. Don't worry, Colin. I'll get to the event. I wanted to also mention Paul Italia. I know everyone knows that name. Everyone in the arm wrestling community, at the very least, knows that name. That man has come to my practices early on. I was about 190 pounds when I met him, give or take a little bit more. And he planted a seed in my head that I would be more competitive at lighter weight classes. I was reluctant to believe him at first. And then something stuck with what he was saying to me. And I decided to challenge myself further. Because, as some of you know, my weight loss journey, I started in sport. I was, morbidly obese. I was like almost 270 pounds. So I was pretty accomplished at getting into 190, but he saw something more. Inspired me to go a little bit more. So I lost a total of 120 pounds. Got down to 150 pounds. It was fairly competitive at the 154 class last year, thanks to the inspiration I gained out of him. But I was sustaining a couple of injuries, so originally I was going to stick at like 165 or something like that and dip down a little further, played around in that sandbox for a little while. Then I decided, more recently I'm going to climb back up, but I'll get to that piece. Let's see, who else? There's a couple other Long Islanders that have been really supportive of me. Most recently, Linda Lynn. She had me on her Could Be UTV by Strong Island Entertainment. It was definitely a fun experience and a great interview. Feel free to check it out. Um, it's you can see it on my Instagram or on my Facebook. I think there's those links all over the place for that. Hey, what's up, Adam? Let's see what else we got. Oh, there's one person that I neglected to mention. The reason why I have the nickname the Nightmare. His name is Chris Laco. I know many of you may know him or have seen him. That man's intensity at the table is unparalleled. I love his energy, and he shares all of his life experiences and has inspired me to do things that I never thought I could do on my own. He's been an amazing example for me as to what to follow, what to do, what not to do. Love having him in my life. He's quite the incredible soul. Thank you, Ivan. Appreciate it. He's been a big time supporter of me, Chris Laco, and I of his. You know, that man's got one hell of a journey. Talk about inspiring journeys. That is a man that is an example to follow. Oh, what's up, Mike Fosh? I haven't seen you forever, man. Oh man, when's the last time I saw you? I feel healthier. I feel much healthier. Let's see. So back to support. You know, it takes a community, it takes a team. I'm blessed to have both of those in my corner. But I got some neighbors as well. You know, I'm in New York, but we got some neighbors in Jersey. Neighbors by the name of Chris Florendo, one of the leaders, and William Bladesky, one of the leaders of the High Five Club out of Jersey. I'm sure you've seen their Knuckles Up events. And they've got more coming down the pipeline. Check them out on their Instagram, their Facebook, their YouTube channel. They got some great stuff coming down the pipeline. They've been nothing but supportive of me, my crew, giving us a place to train, giving us a place to share different training techniques and methods. They're just an amazing group of people. Oh, that's right. That's right. I remember that, Mike. Let's see. I definitely have gained a lot of connections over the years as well. Some newer connections this last year specifically. Earlier this year, I got to go to Ohio and met Kevin Palco, and I even faced him. Caught a pin on him first round. Man, I was soaring on the clouds after that one. I did not make any of the appropriate adjustments. He pretty much had my number after that, and the rest is history. I eventually will run that back, but I ain't gonna be that light again against you, man. Nope, nope, nope. No, thank you. Too much power to be that light against you. I was a true 54, and he had a couple of pounds on me. I think he was around like 160, 165, something like that. Yes, Pedro Rodriguez is the man in the jersey. No, I don't know who you're talking about. He was in New Jersey, in New Jersey, yes. But I'll get to him as well. He's another person that's been an amazing supporter of me. Pedro, you're a good man right there. But I'll get to that, man. But what's up, Lava? Let's see what else we got. Okay, so the Puerto Rico arm wrestling community as a whole has been gracious to me, has accepted me with open arms. I went down there last year in May. Got to meet Devin for the second time in a row. Hung out with him the whole weekend. Amazing experience. Devin Lorette is a gem of a human. I would consider him pretty much the Michael Jordan of our sport. And I got to hang out with him. So that was really awesome. Talk about a hell of an experience. You can see some of my other channels about it and other stories about it, but yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. He's a cool dude, and he's he's a gracious dude too. He's very generous with his tips, his advice, inspiration, all of the above. Oof, I don't want to overtrain too hard. But yeah, I got to meet Kong. I got to meet Adam. I've met Manolo for the first time, even though we was friends, for some years before meeting him. And other members of the arm wrestling community in Puerto Rico have just been accepting me as family. I love them. I love being there. I love being a part of that. The energy there. There was once somebody else said, I think somebody said, there has never been energy like the energy in Puerto Rico. And that's true. You got to make it down there if you haven't as of yet. It's worth the while, the investment, in my opinion. Let's see. We got the Canadian arm wrestling community as well. I was there more recently, last November in Canada. Went up there for the Ottawa Open, placed third place at the 165 class, and linked up with the Ottawa High Hookers. Got to see their training site, Daniel Labree's house. Cool dude, strong dude. And there's another guy, I can't remember his name for the life of me. He was under 150 pounds, but I couldn't move him. He was like a brick wall. Slim Reapers over there as well. We exchanged some different training techniques and different methods. Training right now, that's very specific pressure I talked to you about. Definitely a fun experience over there. Man, there's still a lot of ground to cover, so forgive me if I'm droning on a little bit, but I want to make sure everyone has an opportunity to join in. While I was down in Puerto Rico most recently, you got to meet none other than John the Savage Tarian. Whew. Not only is he a savage on the table, but that man is the polar opposite off the table. You'd never think that man is an arm wrestler that will rip your freaking arm off. His kindness, his generosity, I think it's got to be a Canadian thing. I don't know. I've never really met people that are that kind and that generous and that compassionate towards others. I don't know. It's him and his wife were very friendly. I was able to show them around Puerto Rico when I was down there. Was it 2 weeks ago, give or take? Yeah, I think it was about 2 weeks ago or last week. I don't even know. Time flies when you're having fun. But yeah, no, it's meeting up with a bunch of different amazing individuals in the sport, up to including most recently, while I was down in Puerto Rico, some of the Florida arm wrestling crew. Got to meet living legends like the name Daniel Worley, Mark Mensch, Trent John, and my most recent super match opponent, John Hutchinson. Oh, man. John Hutchinson, man. That match was epic. Thank you so much for, staying true to your word and taking the match when I had a lot of cancellations and a lot of bails on the previous matches. I was feeling kind of down and out, but you brought an energy level that made up for that, more than made up for that. And it was my test to see if I can climb back up to the 76s, because that's my goal. I'm going to be in that class, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in a little bit. But thank you so much for bringing all that Florida smoke to the table. I'm training hard, and I am going to get this right arm good and ready for a rematch, because it was that close that I almost pinned you. That close, even less than that. As John Turner said, it was less than a quarter inch. Next time, there ain't going to be any mistaking if I pinned you or not. Yes, he is. He is an absolute beast. He's a great up-and-coming arm wrestler from Garage Grinders Arm Wrestling. but I'm coming for him. I'm going to take that arm back. All right. So here's what I actually wanted to highlight a group of people that I've been able to springboard off with my arm wrestling career. And my comfortability in front of a camera, to be honest. Yeah, I'm still a little uncomfortable about it. Don't get me wrong. Like, this stuff is awkward as all hell for me. But Ryan Grondin, Dave Shell, Josh Berger of the 98%. I got the opportunity to be interviewed by them fairly early in my arm wrestling career. And it's because of them that I was actually able to kind of get some of the cool opportunities and experiences that I have available to me today. They've helped out with other events and helped out with advertising my crew. So I tip my hat off to you guys. Really appreciative of everything that they've done for me. It's important. It's important to remember where you come from. You know, I'm going to be going over in the next few minutes some of the events I'm going to be going to, but I'm going to be taking a little bit of a hiatus after today's live on social media posting for arm wrestling. That is, you'll see me and my son. Maybe you'll see some training videos like this, and maybe one-on-one here in the pit. I'm still going to be training with my crew, but I'm not going to be doing as many lives. I'm not going to be doing as many events coming up. I'm actually going to be taking a break from competing. Got a couple of little things to nurse in my hand, and also bringing the left back too. So I'm looking forward to kind of focusing on a little bit of training, but more than focusing on training, I'm going to be focusing on my family and my dedication to my family. Everybody experiences some rough patches in their lives, and I'm no exception to that. I got to change my priorities up a little bit. So I'm going to be taking a little bit of a break, but where to see me next coming up, April 13th is going to be the Sit Down Nationals in Virginia. I'm going to be going down there with Steve Walker, like I mentioned him before. That's going to be my next event. And then after that, I got my summer kickoff. My annual summer kickoff is going to be the fourth one. Summer kickoff barbecue that I'm looking forward to having. It's going to be a blast. I got a bouncy house water slide coming from Troy. It's a bounce house company. It's going to be freaking epic. It's going to be a family-friendly event. We're going to have challenge matches, barbecue food. And if it goes on to the night, we'll have the fire pit going as well. I mean, this training ground is known the pit, so why not? We're going to have raffles, and the raffles is something I actually hold dear to my heart because it's how I get to share my wellness services that I take advantage of with the arm wrestling community and highlight other vendors throughout the local community and in the arm wrestling community. So if you want to contribute or collaborate with me in any way or form, that you want to take part in sponsorship or in-kind sponsorship, feel free to shoot me a message. I'll still be active on Messenger, so feel free to hit me up. After that, I am going to pretty much hit the ground running in the 176 class in August at the World Series of Arm Wrestling here in New York, the qualifier. I'm looking forward to leaving my mark there in an official class and finally feeling comfortable and confident enough that I can do so. I look forward to that. And if all goes well, then I get to the their finals in San Diego in November. And then after that, I'm going to close out this year with the biggest tournament that I've ever been involved in by Lorraine Jenkins. It is the Great American Bash. I entered and threw my name in to the 176 right hand, and if there's still a left-handed spot open, I might just do that as well. But I look forward to that. 176 is where I want to be. I've always wanted to be in that class. I decided to lose a little bit of weight, and then I was dipping a little too far down to be comfortable and safe in pulling that. But I'm back on the climb, and I'm going to take as much time as I need to get there. So, every year previously, I was really just going ham on tournaments, doing 12 to 14 events, if not more, for the first 3 years of being in the sport. And I'm tired, and not for nothing, it's caused me to put my family in the back seat a little bit more than I wanted to, and that I should have. My priorities have been a little skewed, and I've been utilizing the community and not in the best way of fashions. So I'm going to make a change in that regard. You're going to see something better. Hey, what's up, Benji? Yeah, it's my little training center right here. It's the pit where the nightmare was born, man. So one of my supporters I wanted to mention is this spring right here. It's an ISO hit trainer. I don't know if Fred Goki is watching, but I still use it fairly regularly. But I don't use it anymore just for my hip training. I use it for some back pressure. I use it to, get some just constant work because this thing does not tire. Does not tire. Feels great. Oh, what's up? Not my monkeys, not my circus. How's it going, brother? Thank you for tuning in. Oh, man. Any questions in the chat? Let's see. I know I had a couple of them beforehand. Yes. Saba had asked me, hey, Daniel, how often do you use fat grips on bicep wrist curls with barbells and dumbbells? So actually, I don't use them at all. If I'm going to use a fat grip, I'll use it on this. I may start, to be honest, because I can definitely strengthen the wrist always. I put the fat grip on my pull-up bar. I will put the fat grip on this right here. But I don't use fat grips in a traditional sense. But maybe I should start. As I don't know if anyone heard, my barbecue is going to be June 1st this year in Deer Park. Feel free to shoot me a message. I can give you the exact location. If you're interested in collaboration on that or want to sponsor it or set up a match, hit me up. It's going to be full of great food, family-friendly fun. So feel free to bring your kids. There's going to be a giant 15-foot water slide, bouncy house combo. It's going to be epic. I'm looking forward to that. And I know that was Kong's last message. In the next 2 weeks, I'm not going to be able to make it. At least I don't think I'm going to, unless something changes. But my buddy in the chat, Ivan Marrero, is teamed up with David Fernandez up in Fishkill, New York. They're going to have a really cool tournament. I believe it's called Battle of the Tri-State. Feel free to post a link in the chat on that so that people know where to go, because I hope yep, just switch it to a laptop. So what's called? Yeah, let people know where they can go for that tournament up in Fishkill, New York. These guys, is their first event ever. I look forward to seeing what they have. I know I got a couple of my teammates heading up there. A couple of guys from Long Island heading up there. I also wanted to shout out one of my sponsors and supporters, Steve, Hot Rods and Restorations. He's got a YouTube channel and a show, I think, on the History Channel called Wild Ride. Really cool dude. One of my favorite venues here in the state of New York. He's hosted several tournaments previously. I look forward to seeing another tournament there in the not so distant future. He's really cool dude. Grip Arm Sport. I got linked up with the owner of this company when I faced Kevin Palco. Really cool dudes. Really appreciate the kindness and support they've always been giving me. They're hosting some really cool events out in Ohio. Check out Grip Arm Sport on Facebook and all social media. All right. Anybody have any questions for me? I got 10 people watching. 5 and 5. There you go. The link is right there, ladies and gentlemen, for the event in 2 weeks. 2 weeks' time. Check that out. Go ahead and support your local New York teams. Creating epic events. Looking forward to seeing people kill it up there. Up in Fishkill. Huh. Let's see. So, another thing I wanted to promote is that I'm going to be focusing on my massage therapy career. I am a licensed massage therapist of 13 years, and I really do attribute my skills and body motions at the table to that career. Understanding body mechanics, understanding different abilities of the body and limitations of the body has really given me a leg up and springboarded my success in this sport tremendously. So I'm going to honor that within myself and focus on that a little bit more. Am I 100% match fit for the upcoming events? Oh, when it comes to the sit-down tournament, I'll be there. The next tournament's going to be in April. That's what I'm training for. And at 176, I'm going to pull anybody at this point in time because I got to, gotta work my way back up the ranks. You know what I mean? I haven't been heavy. I'm still kind of light too, so I gotta get some time under my belt before. I think I'm sitting at like 162 this morning, 161, give or take. I pulled John Hutchinson at 166, but I believe that was just water weight and a stomach full of food. I don't think that was actual real weight because 2 days later I dropped back down to 160. Oh, sorry, 158. So that didn't last for too long, but I'm back up to 162. I'm eating everything under the sun, 3 meals, snacking on lots of high calorie but healthy items. So I'm looking forward to seeing myself get to that weight. I'll probably be come April close to 170, give or take. At least that's what I hope to be. Yeah, it's weird because I had this table set up for right-handed training because I thought that I was going to be retiring the left in its entirety. So I haven't really set this up for that. Feels awkward training. That's more like the party arm. I mean, you know what? We're not going to train that. We're going to do it the old Devon's way. All right? I mean, I know he had an epic match, or epic ass whooping, I should say, from Kamil Jablonski. Talk about, whoa, where'd that guy come from? Check out his matches over at the High Five Clubs, Knuckles Up too. He's killing it. Way to go, Camille. Way to go. But I guess if I'm going to throw any names out there for 176, I got to pay back Alec Guth a match. And there's whispers and rumors that none other than Paul Italia is coming back down in that weight class. I know that he and I had a match at that weight, but we were both very new. He was just coming off some injuries and surgeries, and So I don't want to hear any excuses. If he's cutting down and I'm climbing up, maybe we meet somewhere in the middle. I don't know. Oh, yeah. Tall Paul, if Jerry were to climb up onto the table like that, I mean, getting that height into it, and whoo! I'm no pressure, though, so nah, my elbow integrity does not line up that well with that. There's nothing I know of. But what's up, Tall Paul? Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate the support. Love you guys. Let's see. Anybody else have anything? Let's see. What else do I got? All right. So, list of events so you can catch me coming up this year. I'm going to go through them again. There's going to be at the Sit Downs Nationals in Yorktown on April 13th. My own barbecue, which is going to be June 1st. Summer kickoff here in Deer Park, New York. The World Series of Arm Wrestling here on Long Island, New York. And we're going to have the, then you'll see me at the Great American Bash by Leroy Jenkins, December 7th and 8th. World's Strangest Man is in the house. It's got to be one of the funniest YouTube names I've ever seen. I love it, man. I'm sorry, not my monkeys, not my circus. He's got you beat. He's got you beat. The tallest of all the Pauls. I don't know. Are you taller than Paul Cruz? Or Paulie Park? I mean, I had some tall Pauls in my crew. How tall are you, Tall Paul? I mean, he'd have to be at 176 if I'm going to be matching up with him, because I'm right now sitting at 162. So he's got some, some weight. That has to be our catch weight. Oh, yeah? Tall Paul is effing tall? How tall is he, though? What's his height? What's your height, Tall Paul? Come on. Don't leave us hanging. 6 foot. Holy crap. Okay, yeah, I think you're the tallest Paul that I know, too. Paul Bunyan. Jesus. And you're the junior? Is your dad taller than you? Me? I'm like 5'8", give or take. Maybe 5'8" if I'm lucky on a good day, on like a warm day where, my spine's had a little bit of time to kind of elongate a little bit. Feel only 6 foot. I still look up to you, man. Listen, anybody who's over 5'10" is like a giant to me. 5'11", yep, you're a giant to me. World's Strangest Man. Let's see, who do we got here? Got some people on YouTube still watching. Some people on Facebook. Probably your grandfather's genes or something on one of the sides. I don't know how that works out. Genetics are strange, man. Genetics are strange. I gotta say, This paired with the pulley. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention the pulley is from Lethal Arms Assassins. Great device. One of the things that's leveled up my training tremendously. And I occasionally hook up my top roller with it. Not doing that today because it's just too cold and the thing is cold itself. So I'm a little bit of a wimp when it comes to cold. I don't like holding cold things. Not when I'm training, at least. All right. I'm going to probably close this out in the next 5 minutes. If anybody has any other questions, anybody in the chat wants to shout out any events that are coming up, I'd be happy to talk about it. You know what? Actually, what I'll do is I'm going to bring up the event that's coming up in 2 weeks. I'm going to so I can talk a little bit more about it. Let's see. Where are you? There we go. Battle of the Tri-State is what it's called. It's going to be February 17th. It's going to take place at 17 Westgate Drive, Fishkill, New York. There are going to be cash payouts for the pros right-hand first place winners. All depends on the class size with a 3-pound clothing allowance. Weigh-ins are from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. The tournament start time will be 1 o'clock. Be sure to get there. Oh, this is actually kind of cool. So the entry cost, the first 2 entries, pro is going to be $40, amateurs $30, women's $20, and then every additional entry after that is going to be $10. So definitely go up there, pull up every class you can. Save some money while doing so. Go ahead and support these guys. I said David Fernandez. I'm sorry. It's Steve Fernandez and Ivan Marrero, who's a Puerto Rican brother up in upstate New York. Check him out. Support your local team. What's up, Mr. Atlantis? Oh, yeah? He got handled by Uncle John? I didn't get to see that. Not yet, at least. I'll be watching it shortly. So since this is going to be my last live I'm going to be doing for a little while, I'm going to stay on for another couple minutes. You know what? I'll go the full hour. Give everybody a chance to sign in. But feel free to shoot me a message if you have any questions about any local events. Or if you want to highlight an event, throw it up in the chat. I think Top Paul, I think it's on Brandon Allen's channel. No, I'm not going to be going out of town. I'm just taking a little hiatus from social media. Going to be focusing on a couple of priorities that I've been neglecting, including my family, my job, my career. Just kind of taking care of a few things. You'll see me back in April, though, and hopefully in full force and in a complete different fashion and complete different form. I'm kind of actually excited for the next couple of months of when I'm going to be, hitting the ground running and turning the afterburner on. I don't think it was live. I think he actually recorded the match. Or was it live? I don't know. I know Paul Talley was heading over that way. Oh, that was a good one. Oh my God, LeRae Jenkins is definitely a big part to play in that making the 176 get even more popular than ever before. I'm excited for that. I look forward to it. Look forward to being a part of this. Gotta say, John Hutchinson from Florida, Garage Grinders Gym. Whew. Thank you for lighting a fire, man. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for bringing all that Florida smoke to the table. Looking forward to seeing what kind of beast and monster within me you just awoken down in Puerto Rico. That was an actually really cool event in Puerto Rico. I gotta say, the community showed up in full force, and the energy there was just electric. Feel free to check out the event on Poseo TV's channel, my channel, or on my Facebook as well. It was a really fun tournament. I lost my super match 3-2 to a stronger, heavier John Hutchinson. Traded my experience for his weight and strength. That day, weight and strength won. And then I went on to the right-handed tournament, got second to this amazing firecracker, Wesley Contes, I think his name is. Super fast, super speedy, very experienced. His experience showed. Then I actually returned the favor, left-handed. I came home with a first place win. That was kind of cool. That was really cool. I did not leave Puerto Rico empty-handed. Whew. All right, got another 7 more minutes. Anybody have any questions? I'm gonna be wrapping things up soon. Yeah, it's pretty wild that Arm's channel got deleted, but I think he'll be able to get it back. He's got a lot of support and a lot of people reaching out to help him out. I know Aussie Arm Wrestler offered his services to help him out, and he's pretty well versed in those things. So I think he'll get it all sorted out. I think just the YouTube algorithms with a couple of haters paired together can easily wreck a channel. You know, it's part of the reason why I'm taking a step away. There's a lot of drama, unnecessary drama in this community. This does not do well for me. So I'm going to focus on me for a little while. Feel bad for those guys that have suffered from at the hands of some of that hate that's all over the place, but it is what it is. I'm here for the growth of the sport. I want to highlight and help grow everything. Oh yeah, Puerto Rico was exotic, man. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. There was a lot of energy. It was the food is always amazing in Puerto Rico. Being half Puerto Rican, I'm pretty familiar with it. I've gone there quite a bit, but of late, my last 2 times has been arm wrestling's what brought me down there. So that was really cool. Oh yeah, my handwriting looks a lot like yours. Maybe you came over here and wrote it for me. I don't know. Ooh. Definitely tired. Dude, you gotta experience Puerto Rico. You know, being from the UK, I'm sure you haven't experienced tropic heat like that and culture like that. It's amazing. Definitely. I think, not for nothing, somebody's got to poke the bear and bring an Armed Gods event over there because, not for nothing, Puerto Rico is known as a Commonwealth. And I know that there's some Commonwealth belts out there from Armed Gods. Why not make Puerto Rico a venue for that? I got a 9-year-old son. His name is Dennis, and the name lives up to him. He's expressed a little bit of interest in the sport. He's actually competed a little bit here and there. Got second and third place. Had a couple of events. Not taking it seriously, just having some fun. But he's expressed a little bit of interest as he gets a little older. Right now, actually, he's got a lot of interest in ice skating and specifically ice hockey. So that's kind of cool. I'm bringing him tomorrow to the local ice skating rink to get myself on the skates. I haven't been on skates in a long time, actually, since I was overweight, and it was always like hurting my shins and killing me. And I remember being semi decent on the skates, but not knowing how to stop. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. As I live and breathe, my biggest supporter, Renee. She is my biggest level of inspiration to everything that I've done in the sport. She's the provider for a lot of the equipment that I had. Biggest encourager. I am utterly grateful to this woman. She has helped me become the man I am today, and there's no two ways about it. My gratitude to her and the energies and support and efforts that she has facilitated within me has given me a level of resolve that, that's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm taking a little bit of a hiatus. Thank you. Not my monkeys, not my circus. They say, hail Renee. Hard to find a woman like that these days. Indeed it is. I am blessed to have her. You're absolutely right, gentlemen. Absolutely right. She's exactly why I do what I do every day now. I am a work in progress, but she helps propel that progress at a level that I never knew existed within me. She saw something in me that I guess I didn't see in myself. So for that, I'm grateful. She's a cool woman. I'm blessed to have her in my corner. And not for nothing, she's also a massage therapist. She's helping me run the business and helping me focus on my career. That's how we met, and she helps me. She helps me recover from the sport regularly. So, with massage therapy, she sees me rub my arm. I know she's like, "Oh man, Dan, why do you keep doing that to yourself? You're gonna make my job harder." I'm sorry to hear that. Not my monkeys, not my circus. Oh man, I don't want to end the live. Now I got 10 people watching. People in the chat. What do you want me to? What do you got? Questions for me? Come on, let me know. Anybody in the chat got any questions for me? Feel free to ask. Well, I'm still here getting the last final bit of my workout in before I rip my own arm off. Oh, if you guys are wondering what this is, it's called Town Grips. Check them out on Amazon.com. You can do any kind of workout you can imagine with it. Literally, your imagination is your limitation. I mean, yes, I have strong hands from being a massage therapist, but this levels the playing field even that much more. Levels it up big time. Whew. Yeah, the hand's feeling it. So, remember, guys, train hard, recover even harder. Recovery is where the gains live. You gotta heal up to get stronger. So, don't overtrain all the time because you're not going to get stronger that way. You're going to plateau and you're going to be frustrated and annoyed with your success or lack thereof. Anybody else in the chat got any questions for me? Going once. Going twice. Sold to the highest bidder of none. Love you guys. Appreciate you all. I look forward to seeing you at the next few events. Visualize the win. Visualize the pin.